Alright, it's 5:30. I'd like to call to order the special meeting of the Lafayette Township Board of Trustees and Fire District, Monday, April 20th at 5:30. Roll call.
Kittle here.
Malala here.
Paroli here. If everyone would stand for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So with the special meeting, we have just one topic on the agenda for tonight. It is the 2026-2027 healthcare renewal. The reason for the special meeting as opposed to just waiting and doing it at next Tuesday's regular meeting is we are up against a May 1st renewal. At the last meeting we did, actually 2 meetings ago, we did the actual broker record change in order to be able to change the broker that was servicing the account for the township. One of the issues that we had run into the last couple of years was a reluctance to go to market with the health insurance plan. So we did change brokers. Scott Nasi with GDK, who's here tonight, if we have any questions, was able to take the plan to market. We did get some renewal rates in, correct me if I'm wrong, 5 carriers.
We received 6 proposals.
5 of which were below market?
Correct.
Or below the renewal?
Below the renewal, correct.
That was offered by our previous carrier?
Yeah, we
Or
pursued
current carrier.
pricing from a total of 9 carriers, and we received pricing from 6 of them.
Gotcha. So that's what we are here tonight. I believe everybody has had an opportunity to take a look at those, but this is an opportunity for us to discuss the different proposals and then ask questions of Scott so that we can make a decision on whether we're going to renew with Anthem or one of the other providers.
Yeah, so I'd like to ask Scott to just kind of high level go over a couple of the things on this sheet here. I don't understand the difference between level funded and fully insured. So
Sure.
If you could.
So fully insured is what most programs offer in this market segment. Level funded, the short answer of level funding is it's a bridge to partially self-funding in that you're paying a fully insured equivalent level funded premium. And the beauty of a level funded program or platform is that you have access to claims data. Right now, under fully insured, you get no claims data. If you're lucky, you might get a loss ratio at renewal time, maybe some generic statistics, but a level funded platform offers you a little bit more in that there's more flexibility, there's more cost management and claims management, and again, you have access to claims data.
So from a member on the health plan, is there any difference for them? Like,
No.
okay. Are you, I don't want to infer, but are you saying that level funded is more flexible and we would have, it would be a better option than a fully insured?
I would say that if we level funding, again, level fund, the short answer is level funding is gonna provide, we're dealing with 3 contracts here, a total of 5 belly buttons total. So level funding, and we have an underlying HRA, so we're able to get a little bit of data from the deductible, but level funding is gonna offer, if level funding was the most competitive on this spreadsheet or our top 4 options, it would be a slam dunk. But the fact that there's other options and platforms that are more competitive, I would not recommend any of the level funded options.
Okay.
And just to piggyback on that, I think, Scott, if I'm hearing you correctly, if it was something where the township were the type of employer that would be potentially considering self-insuring, like not having a plan and just covering all of the costs in-house, then that would be a kind of a bridge to that, but I'm not even sure that's probably not even appropriate
self-insuring,
for
that 3
a public
contract.
entity anyway.
Yeah, you can't, finding a carrier that would self-fund 3 contracts would be incredibly difficult. It's just the beauty of, and it's more of a, I would say, relatively new platform, but the beauty is it gives you access to claims data. As right now your hands are tied. We're not gonna get, it's difficult to have an intelligent conversation with somebody like Anthem when you don't have claims data, right? Data is power at the end of the day. And the platform we have today doesn't offer claims data. A level funded platform would.
But you're saying the size of our group, you wouldn't recommend a level funded?
If level funding was the most competitive on the spreadsheet, it would be a slam dunk.
Okay.
Slam dunk, because you're
Gotcha.
getting the most competitive pricing,
Yeah.
and you're getting access to claims data. But because we have other options,
Yeah.
I would steer away from that
Okay.
this year. That could change next year.
So it seems like that pushes us to either to stay with the Anthem and renew at the discounted rate of, the increase. I know you went back and negotiated with them.
We did.
Or United Healthcare or Medical Mutual. So could you explain a little bit about the
Yeah,
the
so,
fees associated with those? They got the MEWA, is it MEWA or MEWA or?
MEWA, it's a multiple employer welfare association. A lot of these small group carriers have MEWA platforms, like SUMA is connected to the Greater Akron Chamber, that's their alliance. Anthems is SACA, which is the Southern Ohio Chamber Alliance. Medical Mutuals is the COSI MEWA, for example. United Healthcare's is the Ohio Chamber MEWA. So they all have fees associated with those programs. But I will say that we shared, all these results were shared with Anthem to get for the traditional last look, to get their best and final rates. And they reduced the renewal from a 4.21% to 2%. So in my opinion, when you're in the public sector, or even the private sector, and you see results that we're seeing today, it's almost hard to ignore those results from a pure savings perspective. I know we've been with Anthem for a long time, we've been loyal to them. To your point, I can't remember who said it, we haven't shopped the market in many years, and we're seeing the results of shopping the market, and they're pretty attractive. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, so the MEWA is, explain the MEWA.
It's a fancy name for so in the 1 to 50 market segment, within the last 5 to 10 years, a lot of these carriers have come up with a multiple employer welfare association, or MEWA product, for the small group employer.
Correct if I'm wrong, it allows us, we're basically pooling, you join, it's kind of like a purchasing consortium. You join them to be able to get access to this. That's why you highlighted at the bottom here.
Yep.
In addition to the premium, that's where we have that extra flat $500, which reduces in future years. But
Correct, yeah, so for the SACA MEWA, you have to join a SACA MEWA affiliated chamber, and I'm not sure which chamber the township joined in order to gain access to the SACA MEWA. It could be Medina.
Right.
And for Medical Mutual, for example, you'd have to join COSI, excuse me, and there's an additional fee for that. United Healthcare, you'd have to join the Ohio Chamber, and there's an additional fee for that. The COSI MEWA, as of today's pricing, is $508. That's an annual fee that you'd have to pay in addition to their annual premium. United Healthcare has a fee of, the first year is $150, and then subsequent years are $250. And then the level funded options, option 1 and 2, there's no fees associated with those. Those are just level funded options. You don't have to join a particular chamber or alliance in order to gain access to those proposals.
So for the COSI MEWA, that's $508 total per year?
Correct. Yeah, it's a one-time annual
Okay.
fee. As you renew with Medical Mutual, you would have to pay that fee. It does fluctuate. It would probably be more next year.
Sure.
But as of today, it's $508.
And with the United Healthcare plan, it's $7 per employee per month, plus $150 year 1 and $250 in year 2 and thereafter.
Correct.
Okay. So the first year you save about $100 less. I mean, it's about $100 less, not counting the premium difference, but for the MEWA portion, it's about $100 less the first year based on 3 employees than the COSI MEWA. But like you said, those prices can be adjusted
Correct.
annually.
You got it. Good
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Scott, just to verify, I think the first column on this sheet,
Yes.
that's the renegotiate, that's their best offer.
So the first column is the current expiring rates. That should be what the township is remitting to Anthem on a monthly basis. Those are the current rates. The second column is the renewal
Gotcha.
rates effective May
Gotcha,
1st,
gotcha.
2026, and those are the revised.
So you took their original offer off completely? I
Correct.
gotcha.
Yeah, I just cited it at the bottom. I made a note that their original increase
Yep.
of 4.21%, now they're down to 2%, and that would be their best final.
Did you have anything else? Any other questions?
I wanted to see if you guys had any more questions.
Well, I mean, I guess to me, one of the, it's really down to pretty much either United Health or Medical Mutual, and then the question becomes, and I guess maybe Scott, you can help us out on this too.
Yeah.
Network access, right? Like, what kind of,
They're both gonna be, so Medical Mutual, within our 88 counties, it's the Medical Mutual SuperMed Plus network.
Okay.
Outside of our 88 counties, it's Cigna, so you're getting the
Okay.
best of both. Medical Mutual, you know, if there's a provider that's not participating in the Medical Mutual network, odds are they're not participating in any network. They're a strong network, just like Anthem, just like United Healthcare, which gives you the national presence. The big difference between those two options I'd like to point out is, although the deductible is identical to what's in place today, United Healthcare offers that 20% co-insurance post-deductible. So that makes their plan less rich than Medical Mutual's plan.
and when you say less rich, that's for the employees. It would
It would
be,
be less rich the Medical Mutual plan is richer for the employees, in that you have a $5,000 deductible. After that, it's 0% co-insurance. But you introduce the pharmacy copays to an out-of-pocket maximum of $7,500. Whereas United Healthcare, it's a $5,000 deductible. Once that's been met, United Healthcare pays 80%, the employee pays 20% to the out-of-pocket maximum of $8,500. So I would make that plan less rich than the Medical Mutual plan because of the co-insurance. And you know, also worth noting, I think it's important, you know, all these carriers, they file plans with the state of Ohio. All the plans, you'll never find a plan that's identical to Anthem's plan today.
Correct.
We spreadsheet the most comparable plan to what's in place today. And these are all pretty close to what's in place today. The Medical Mutual plan is almost identical. You can see the deductible, the co-insurance, the out-of-pocket.
the big stuff's the same.
Yeah.
Some of the little stuff like you talked about with like co-insurances and maybe what the prescription plan is.
Correct,
ultimately winds up being the same. I mean, again, I don't know how much.
And it's quoted the best savings too, compared to the current plan.
Correct.
Yeah, the savings, I mean, I'll just add there, Nick, you know, you bring up a good point. These rates are not firm and final until we go through final underwriting. So if nothing's changed in the demographics by the time we submit sold case paperwork, then these rates will be good. But I have to throw that out for the sake of full disclosure.
But these rates are based off the form fire, so as long as the form
Correct.
fire were completed correct and accurate,
Correct.
then, and nothing's changed since then,
You got it.
then those rates should be locked in for a year.
Correct. 12-month rates.
Scott, is the program governed by the Ohio Department of Insurance, or is it federally?
Oh, yes.
It's-
Yes. All these would be, yes. Yeah. Yep. The ODI pays very close attention to the small group legal products, for sure. Yes. Great question.
So Scott, I'm gonna ask you another question that's kind of, in your experience, is this a teaser rate for Medical Mutual just to get us to join, or are they typically lower?
So that's another great question. I would say because the top four options are consistently presenting savings, I would say no. If Medical Mutual was the only option on the spreadsheet with the price tag that they have, then I would be a little weary, maybe a little concerned, maybe they're buying the township's business.
Yeah.
But when you see four proposals like this that are negative compared to current expiring rates, and the consistency's there, I would say no.
Okay.
But we can't predict future expenses.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
you know, if we
Absolutely.
perform well, then obviously we expect to get it, but we don't know how we're gonna perform.
And they could, United Health could also be just playing the same game, but just so that everybody in attendance has a chance, and there's no reason we
No,
can't
please do.
share this, but, the renewal that was offered from Anthem is a 2% increase, basically over current. We had a quote from Mid-America that was an 18.5% reduction in our premiums. Angle Health came in 15.5% below, United Healthcare at 23% below, and medical mutual is at 26%, 25.99%.
Below current.
Below current rates. So, you know, I think, again, while we're kind of maybe splitting hairs over a couple of these plans, just reinforces the efforts that, you know, Scott brought to the table, you know, in working with Sherry, one, to get this done as quickly as they were able to get it turned around, and also the savings without reducing benefits for the employees, so. I don't know if you guys don't have anything more, I mean, I don't know if we wanna discuss which way, if anybody's leaning any particular way, I mean, just cause, more familiarity with medical mutual, I feel like that's probably the route to go. Because again, you know, as Scott pointed out, I feel like it's between medical mutual and United Health, and really the only major difference between a very minuscule cost difference to the township is that our employees get a better benefit through medical mutual than they do through United Health, if I'm saying that correct, right? Like,
That's correct.
you know, all things being equal, United Health would potentially cost our employees more, not necessarily the township negligibly more, but in the long run, it's really how it impacts the,
Correct, yeah.
The
The
employees.
medical mutual plan is, I keep using the word richer,
Right.
more aggressive, if you will.
I guess I have one last question. At the bottom of the medical mutual, you have a note here that says PPO, HSA, 3,500 PDRX.
Yeah, so the reason why I wanted to share that is you could actually, so you could take that plan, which is matching the closest to what's in place today, you can lower the deductible to 3,500,
Oh, okay.
and the same, would have the same out-of-pocket maximum of 7,500, and these are employee-only figures we're talking about. You can make the plan richer, which is less exposure across the board, and that pricing would result in a minus 13.77% decrease versus current expiring. So you can bring down the deductible, make the plan richer, and still present savings to the township.
Got it. So it would be a lower deductible
so,
for a little bit less savings.
to try to maybe oversimplify it, it would mean that versus keeping the deductibles the same. We would definitely pay more upfront, but our exposure to the top end would be lower.
Correct. The
With
premium
lower
associated with that plan, so the premium associated with the current $5,000 plan is roughly $29,473. That's annual premium based on 3 contracts. The premium associated with the $3,500 deductible plan is $34,341 for a difference of $4,868. So you'd be paying.
So we pay 5,000 more, but we reduce our overall exposure by
1,500 times 5 belly buttons, you're looking
Yeah,
at $7,500 bucks.
if everybody were to max out.
Correct. Worst case scenario.
Right.
I like the medical mutual plan at the same deductible, 5,000.
5 and 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do we have a motion to approve switching?
Carrie, do you have any other questions before we? You're good. I'll make a motion to accept the medical mutual plan for the health insurance for our employees at the township.
26 and
20,
27,
yeah, to be, when does that affect?
May 1.
May 1st effective date for the next 12 months.
We got it.
I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. And with that, I have nothing else on the agenda. We have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. It is 5:49. Thank you everyone for coming.
I don't know if this needs to be on camera.
I have an extra copy of this if you guys, anybody wants to see it. That doesn't have my notes, it's small writing, so I printed out small.
Can I just scan a quick copy?
Yeah.
That's a copy of $5,000.
Yeah. When you do this, can I have Sherry scan it and send it?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, just
I'm
because
gonna- I'm
she's usually
gonna
the
send her.
plan admin on everything,
I'll
so
send
it
her
might
a
make
motion.
more sense
Okay.
to have her do it. You want to give her this one or?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want me to, so she's gonna be my point person with paperwork?
I would.
There's gonna be some paperwork.
Yeah, because we've always done the fiscal officer as the plan administrator for all of that type of stuff.
Okay.
You know, so our authorization tonight, she can sign
Can you do
and
next?
get it running.
Just email
I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure.